Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's at the heart of every great product, website, and app you've ever used, user experience, or UX. More specifically, we're going to explore the magic behind it, all human-centered design. What is it, and how does it ensure that what we create is not just functional, but genuinely useful and enjoyable for real people? Let's find out. So, what exactly is human-centered design? At its core, it's an approach to problem-solving that puts human needs, capabilities, and behaviors first. Instead of building something and then hoping people will like it, we start by understanding the people we're designing for. It sounds simple, right? But you'd be surprised how often this fundamental step is overlooked. Human-centered design is a creative process that starts with people and ends with solutions that are tailor-made to suit their needs. It's about empathy, it's about observation, and it's about building things that truly make a difference in someone's day. The entire process can be broken down into a few key phases, often represented as a cycle because it's an iterative process. It's not a straight line from A to B. We start with inspiration. This is where we learn directly from the people we're designing for. It's all about immersing ourselves in their lives and understanding their challenges on a deep level. We're not just looking for problems to solve. We're looking for latent needs to things people might not even know they want or need. This phase is all about research, and it's the foundation for everything that follows. This brings us to one of the most crucial parts of human-centered design: UX research. This isn't just about sending out a few surveys. It's a rich and varied field. One popular method is user interviews. This involves sitting down with individuals for a one-on-one conversation. The goal is to get their story, to understand their experiences, their pain points, and their motivations. A good interview is more like a friendly chat than a formal interrogation. We ask open-ended questions like, tell me about the last time you tried to encourage detailed narrative answers. It's amazing what you can learn just by listening. Another powerful research method is contextual inquiry. This is where we go a step further than just listen-y watch. We observe users in their natural environment, whether that's their office, their home, or on the go. Imagine you're designing a new kitchen gadget. You wouldn't just ask people about cooking. You'd go into their kitchens and watch them cook. You'd see how they organize their space, what tools they reach for, and where they get frustrated. This method reveals the unspoken truths and workarounds that people might not think to mention in an interview. Once we've gathered all this rich, qualitative data from interviews and observations, what do we do with it? This is where the next phase, ideation, comes in. But before we can start brainstorming solutions, we need to make sense of our research. We synthesize our findings, looking for patterns, themes, and insights. A fantastic tool for this is creating user personas. A persona is a fictional character created to represent a user type that might use a site, brand, or product in a similar way. We give them a name, a backstory, and goals. For example, we might create Alex, the busy student, who needs a quick and easy way to manage their study schedule. This helps the entire team stay focused on who they are designing for. Another key tool in this synthesis stage is the journey map. A customer journey map visualizes the process that a person goes through to accomplish a goal. It maps out every touchpoint a user has with a product or service, from their initial awareness all the way through to long-term use. For each step, we map out their actions, their thoughts, and their feelings. This helps us pinpoint exactly where the user experience is breaking down and where the biggest opportunities for improvement lie. It's a powerful way to build empathy and see the world through our users' eyes. Now, with our personas and journey maps in hand, we move into the core of the ideation phase, brainstorming. The goal here is to generate as many ideas as possible, without judgment. This is where you might see teams using techniques like, how might we questions? Instead of saying our app's navigation is confusing, we would reframe it as, how might we make finding information feel effortless for Alex? This positive, open-ended framing encourages creative solutions. We're not looking for the one perfect idea yet. We're exploring the entire solution space, no matter how wild or unconventional the ideas might seem at first. After brainstorming, we have a mountain of ideas. It's time for the third phase, implementation. This is where we start to make our ideas tangible. But we don't jump straight to building the final product. That would be risky and expensive. Instead, we start with prototyping. A prototype can be anything from a simple paper sketch, what we call a low-fidelity prototype, to a more interactive digital mock-up or a high-fidelity prototype. The purpose of a prototype is to test our assumptions quickly and cheaply. Can users understand this layout? Is this button in the right place? Prototypes allow us to get feedback early and often. And how do we get that feedback? Through usability testing. This is where we bring our prototypes back to our users. We give them a set of tasks to complete and watch how they interact with our design. We're not testing the user. We're testing the design. We encourage them to think aloud, to tell us what they're trying to do and what they're confused by. Even with just a handful of users, we can uncover major usability problems. This is the heart of the iterative cycle. We test, we learn, we go back and refine our design, and then we test again. Each cycle brings us closer to a solution that truly works for people. This iterative nature is what makes human-centered design so powerful. It's a cycle of observing, ideating, and testing. It embraces ambiguity and failure as opportunities to learn. The first idea is rarely the best one. By building, measuring, and learning in rapid cycles, we can avoid investing massive resources into a product that nobody wants or can use. It's a humble process that acknowledges we don't have all the answers from the start. The answers lie with our users, and our job is to create a process that allows us to discover them. Ultimately, human-centered design is more than just a process. It's a mindset. It's about cultivating empathy, embracing collaboration, and having a relentless focus on the most successful products and services in the world. From your smartphone's operating system to the best e-commerce sites are all built on these principles. They feel intuitive, helpful, and even delightful because teams of designers and engineers took the time to understand the humans on the other side of the screen. They didn't just design a product. They designed an experience. So, the next time you use an app that just feels right, or a website that's incredibly easy to navigate, take a moment to appreciate the human-centered design that made it possible. It's a thoughtful, empathetic, and powerful approach that puts people back at the heart of technology. Thank you so much for joining me today for this deep dive into human-centered design. I hope it gave you a new appreciation for the work that goes into creating great user experiences. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on design, technology, and creativity. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What essay, product, or app that you think has an amazing user experience? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.